Aziz milletim, değerli basın
Hi, great
mensupları,
nation, distinguished members of
sizleri en
press. I
kalbi
would like to
duygularımla,
greet you all
muhabbetle selamlıyorum.
wholeheartedly and
Son
cordially.
kabine toplantımızdan bu yana
Since
hep
our
olduğu gibi
last
ülkemize ve
presidential cabinet
milletimize
meeting,
eserlerle, hizmetlerle
we
dolu
have
bir dönem geçirdik.
had a period full
Ülkemizin
of
önde
great
gelen
works and
tarım,
services
sanayi
for our
ve
people.
turizm bölgelerini
The
birbirine bağlayan Çanakkale'mize
important
daha önce
agricultural,
hizmete açtığımız
industrial, and
otoyolun
tourism
ve köprünün
regions
tamamlayıcısı
of
niteliğinde
our
yeni
country.
yatırımlar kazandık.
In Çanakkale, we have
Halihazır Küçükkuyu,
conducted new
Doğu ile
investments
Assos
that
ve
connected the
Troya
region.
tünelleri
Assos and Troya
bölgenin
tunnels,
kuzey-güney
Ayvacık
aksındaki
Küçükkuyu
trafiği önemli
road
ölçüde rahatlatacak
will
bir projedir.
be a project that will
Yatırım bedeli
reduce the traffic in the
4,6
region
milyar lira olan bu
significantly. The
eser
cost of
aynı
investment for this
zamanda
work is
Kaz Dağları'na
4.6
zarar
billion
vermeden 50
liras,
dakikalık
and
yolculuk
without harming
güzergahını
Kaz
5
Mountains, it
dakikaya
will be
indirmiştir.
reducing the traveling time of 50
Çanakkale'mize
minutes
yakışır bu
down to
projenin
5
şehrimize,
minutes. This
bölgemize ve
project
ülkemize
that
bir
befits
kez
our
daha
Çanakkale
hayırlı olmasını diliyorum.
province hopefully will be
Aynı gün
auspicious for
ülkemize
our
bir
region,
ziyaret
for our
gerçekleştiren
city and our
Arnavutluk
country.
Başbakanı
On the
Edi
same
Rama'yla
day, the Prime Minister
verimli bir görüşme
of
yaptık.
Albania, Edi Rama,
Türkiye'nin
paid
çok
an
yönlü
official visit to our
ve
country, and we
boyutlu
had a
dış
constructive
politika
talk
anlayışının bir
um,
ürünü olan önemli bir toplantı için
for an
12
important
Ekim'de
meeting that is the
Kazakistan'ın
product
başkenti
of the
Astana'ya gittik.
multilateral
İlk
perspective
gün
of
Kazakistan
Turkey's policies.
Cumhurbaşkanı
We
kardeşim Tokayev'le
visited
birlikte
Kazakhstan with my
yüksek
brother,
düzeyli stratejik
President
işbirliği
Tokayev. We
konseyi'mizin
had
4.
the fourth
toplantısına
meeting of the
başkanlık ettik.
high-level strategic
Muhtelif
council meeting,
alanlarda
and we chaired
imzalanan
that.
6
In
yeni
various
anlaşmayla
fields, 6 new
Türkiye-Kazakistan
agreements were
işbirliğini
signed,
daha da
and
güçlendirdik.
Turkey-Kazakhstan cooperation
Ertesi
has
gün
been
yapılan
further
liderler
strengthened.
zirvesinde alınan
And the following
kararla
day, with the
teşkilat
decision
halinde
made at
dönüşen
the Leaders
Asya'da
Summit,
işbirliği
the
ve güven artırıcı
cooperation
önlemler
and
konferansı
security
vesilesiyle de
increasing
çok sayıda
measures
ülke
in
temsilcisiyle
Asia
bir araya
conference
gelme
took
imkanı
place,
bulduk.
and we had the chance to meet
Zeytinburnu'na
many
kazandırdığımız
members, many
Zeytin
representatives
Kütüphane'den
of various
buz pistine
countries.
kadar
In
pek çok
Zeytinburnu,
tesisisin yer
many
aldığı
facilities
Millet
in
Bahçesi'nin
Beştelsi's
açılışını
National
14 Ekim
Garden
Cuma günü
was
yaptık.
opened
Aynı
on
gün ülkelerimiz
October
arasındaki
14th,
yüksek
Friday.
düzeyli stratejik
And on the
işbirliği
same day,
toplantısı için
the
Katar
high-level
emiri
strategic
kardeşim
cooperation council meeting
Şeyh bir araya
with my
geldi.
brother Emir of
Maalesef 14
Qatar,
Ekim
with Sheikh
Cuma
Amim,
akşamı
we met.
milletçe hepimizi
And
yasa boğan acı
unfortunately,
bir haberle
on
sarsıldı.
Friday,
Bartın'ın
October
Amasya
14th,
ilçesindeki
we
bir
were
kömür
shaken
madeni
by
ocağında
the
meydana
sad
gelen
news
patlamada
as the
41
whole country.
kardeşimizi şehit verdik.
Unfortunately, we had
Ertesi
41
günkü
martyrs
Diyarbakır programımızı
who
erteleyelim.
lost their lives
Amasya'ya gittik.
in the
Hem
blast in
çalışmaları
coal
yerinde
mines.
inceledik,
And the
hem
following day, we
şehitlerimizin cenaze
visited
törenlerine
Amasra and
katıldık,
also
hem de
looked into
ailelerine
and
başsağlığı diliyoruz.
observed all
Pazar günü de İstanbul'da
work
tedavi gören
undertaken, and
madencilerimizi
also
ziyaret ederek geçmiş
participated
olsun
to
temennilerimizi
funerals and
kendilerine
paid
ve
visits to
yakınlarına
their families,
Çamsakura
and also at
Hastanesi'nde verdik.
Chamsagura Hospital the following
Ülkemizin
day.
bir daha böyle
We
felaketlerle
conveyed
maruz
our best
kalmaması için
wishes of a
gereken
quick recovery
çalışmaları
for all those
yürütüyoruz.
brothers
Bu
wounded.
çerçevede Aralık
We
2023'te
are
mesleki
working
eğitim
so that we
merkezlerinin
do not
yetişmiş
experience
insan
such
gücü ihtiyacımızı
cases again.
daha yüksek oranda
For
karşılanmasını
meeting the
sağlamaya
needs
dönük
of a
ilk
highly skilled
değişikliğe
human
gittik.
capital, we
Hedefimiz bu yıl
had
sonuna
made a
kadar
change, and
1
our
milyon
goal was
gencimizin
to make
çırak,
sure that
kalfa
1
ve
million
usta olarak
young
mesleki eğitim
people
merkezlerinde
had
yetişmesini
studies
sağlamak.
and trainings
Daha önce
at
159 bin olan
vocational
mesleki eğitim
education
merkezlerindeki sayısı
centers
şu anda
for them to
910
be
bine
trained as
yükselmiş durumda.
apprentices and also
Kasım ayında
foremen
yıl sonu
and
hedefimize
masters.
ulaşacağımız
And by
ve sonrasında da hedef
November,
geçeceğimiz
we will
düşünüyoruz.
have achieved
Ayrıca
our figure
mesleki
of 1
ve
million
teknik liseli
and even go
gençlerimiz
beyond it.
cazip hale
For
getirecek
young
ilave
people
düzenlemeleri
studying in
hazırlıkları içindeyiz.
vocational and technical schools,
Bartın'daki
we are preparing for
benzeri
additional
kazaların
regulations
önüne geçmek için
to
atacağımız
prevent
adımlar
similar
arasında
accidents
bölgede
like the one in
madenciliğe özel bir
Barton.
meslek
We
lisesi
also will
açma
have
projesi de
steps
bulunuyor.
such as opening a
Yaşanan
special
kaza ile
vocational
ilgili
school
iş
and
güvenliğinden
mining.
in the region, from occupational safety to technical shortcomings. All matters are elaborated on as regards the accident, and according to the outcomes, all necessary things will be done. No one should have a doubt. In the light of the lessons taken in Amasra, all mines in our country are reviewed, audited. My great nation, in the beginning of the previous week, the new member of the Constitutional Court, Muhterem Ince, took office, and after participating to that, we also received the World Catholic Patriarch. And on a Tuesday, in the promotional activity, introduction, publicity activity of Oh Human, we shared detailed perspectives with our people. On Wednesday, after the assembly meeting, we, with the participation of around 20,000 Muqtars, local governors, we organized the groundbreaking ceremony for many public facilities for Muqtars. The following day, we visited Azerbaijan and did the opening of Zengilan Airport with my brother Ilham Aliyev in the region, which was liberated from the war. As you know, we have brought our relations with Azerbaijan to new grounds after the war. The Shusha Declaration, which is, if you will, the title deed of our cooperation, has been very rapidly, very fast reviewed, and we reaffirmed our togetherness. In the liberated soil of Azerbaijan, Fuzuli and Zengilan airports were constructed very rapidly, and we believe these have been strategic movements for the development and flourishing of the region. Another step which will bring about further improvement and advancement in the region was about a clearing of mines in the fields, and with the participation of certain other countries in trilateral format, we have started work that will expand our horizon and the scope of our cooperation together with Azerbaijan. And then we also opened Dost Aqua Park, and there in a giant area, Angus stock breeding, husbandry and slaughterhouses, and together with these all, investments about agriculture in an important degree have been made, and we are further strengthening our relations on a mutual basis with my brother in every field. And in December 2020, the victory parade I participated to, of course, has a special place. While ending the preferential trade agreement, we made travel free of passports possible. We not only opened officially in Baku certain other facilities, but also have come to the point of laying the grounds for the construction of Azerbaijan-Turkey University. All of these developments can never be underestimated, because behind all we have determination for obtaining outcomes and a strong will. And in Azerbaijan, with Azerbaijan, we can all appreciate, our nation can appreciate what we can do in the mid and long term. On the way back from Azerbaijan, the former Prime Minister Binali Yildirim and Oğuzhan Demirci, the security guard, and Shamil Aydin were injured in a car accident, an MP, and we wish them a quick recovery. And we are happy that none of them is in critical condition. Shamil Aydin, Binali Yildirim, and Oğuzhan Demirci, I wish them all my best for quick recovery. on behalf of my party and myself. And on Friday, we participated to Blockchain Istanbul program and saw how technology brought about opportunities for humanity and as well threats it caused. We made extensive evaluations and shared it with the participants. On the same day, the information ministers meeting of the OIC took place, and in these days when disinformation is on the agenda, we addressed issues such as the role of media and also Islamophobia in the world. And again on Friday in Istanbul, the International Labour Confederation Foundation Day was marked, and we celebrated them for their organization in Istanbul. And then in Malatya, we had a day full of events such as youth gathering, mass opening ceremonies, and gatherings and meetings with NGOs. According to the official figures, this opening ceremony, to which around 60,000 people participated, really was full of joy, excitement, and enthusiasm. It really made us really happy. And the next day, we also moved on to Diyarbakir for mass opening ceremonies. I would like to thank to all my brothers and sisters from Malatya and Diyarbakir provinces for their great excitement and joy. And according to the official figures again, in the mass opening ceremony and the gathering, we had around 70,000 participants, which excited us much, all the way from the airport to the square where the opening ceremony took place. We observed a very special joy and excitement. And on this occasion, the brave and using this opportunity, I would like to congratulate the brave mothers of Diyarbakir, and I, with this visit, had a chance to see them. And in the following days, we will continue serving our nation with various other programs. Tomorrow, we will be seeing the first groundbreaking ceremony for the greatest mass housing project of Turkey. And on Friday, we announced our vision document, and the publicity event will be done in Ankara indoors sports complex. And on Saturday, following the October 29 events, we will be bringing TOG, the symbolic vehicle locally manufactured in Turkey of production manufacturing lines, and with the G7 leaders, we will have certain visits abroad, including Indonesia. My great nation, we are with excitement, great joy, and enthusiasm preparing for the centenary of the foundation of our republic in 2023. This anniversary is not only a change in calendar, but has many other meanings attached. And with this understanding, on the soil of Anatolia over the past 1,000 years, we established our third state, and politically, socially, diplomatically, we will have all the steps to bring it to the desired level. And we have named this action, this movement, the Century of Turkey for our country and civilization. This vision will rise on our countries and our civilization's perspective, and it will bring about much to gain. And 2053 and 2071 visions we have been reiterating for a long time are the next steps to it, and we are making this movement in a very historic period of the time of our times. With its economy and social cultural developments, Turkey is not independent of what goes on in the world. By the mid of the previous century, the world faced the juntas of fascism and liberated itself from it. And about 30 years ago, from tutelage. And this century, we will be liberating from the perverted impositions this century. For a Turkey that is growing, flourishing, and expanding the scope of all liberties, we're working day and night. Our aim is not only to increase the welfare level of our people and make our country a global and regional power, but at the same time, for culture, belief, and civilization roots of our country, we will be naming this movement for it, and it is the name given for that. And that's why I make a call on all 85 million people of this country. Now let's come and rise the century of Turkey on the grounds of democracy and development advancements we have had. And let's come as brothers and sisters, as a great, strong, and resilient people, as Turkey altogether. Let's make the 2023 the biggest starting point for the greatest scale movement of our country. And on the path we have set sail, our nation has observed in the closest way what we have done. While we are exerting such efforts, some do go after other agendas, even at the expense of treason, attacking our borders, trying to shed blood and set up fires, and all the way to terrorists who claimed our lives and targeted our properties. We have faced many challenges. We feel the peace of coming to a position where such people are looking for some dens to hide in the face of the state's fist, crushing their heads. And such wrong interventions that went all the way down to closing our party can never be imagined again in its current days maturity day. We dealt with incompetent politicians who had their personal interests ahead of the country's interests. And we believe that the days that our country deserves are not far. Those imperialists who can never digest the independence and the strength of our country were what we also struggled with. The double standards, hidden or open embargoes, and heinous threats were turned into opportunities, and we have gained further and further power in all areas that made it possible for us to take all the matters to our hands. In brief, we have overcome all the problems and challenges and brought our democracy and development actions into practice one by one. And today we continue exerting all efforts regardless of ethnicity or political or social choices or roots or origin or color or religion. We are trying to bring each and every citizen to the welfare level they deserve and all the liberties. The peace we made prevail across all corners of the country will never be consented for a loss. All the women and men, workers and civil servants, industrialists, farmers, all people from all walks of life. As long as they stand with us, God willingly, there will be no power that can stand in our way or hold us back. My great nation, our principle to share every means of the state equally with all sections of the society is what we continue with. The most comprehensive social programs of our country have been developed in our era in office and put to practice. And the reason is of challenges is because of the fact that the bar of life standards have also been raised, not because of certain shortcomings or shortages. We have been enriching all the means, and everywhere and anywhere we showed that we stood with our people. In brief, in the past, families who could get some government assistance in certain items only can have many social assistance from the state and have it on their side in various fields, from stationaries to household need and food and other sources. From the school children to all women who lost their husbands, all the way to senior citizens, we stand with our people. This is the legacy of our civilization. In many lines of poems, this understanding is expressed as follows. We have the state ruling and the benevolence in hand and service in practice. And the skill is to mend hearts of those who have been harmed. So when we have the opportunities, it's our duty to mend hearts because of men hearts harmed because of poverty and lack of opportunity, and it's humanitarian duty, our humanitarian duty, to mend those hearts. And with this social assistance programs, we have changed our social assistance mentality coming from the past, and also have held the hands of everyone with the senior mothers and children. The whole structure of the family is strongly supported and endorsed, and we have efforts for that. And I would like to share a new step and share the news about it. As you know, social assistance and solidarity foundations have work for our women and children. And for that and through them, we have family support centers and social solidarity centers. At these centers, we try to make our women become more productive and our children have healthy relations with their peers. The stronger the women are, the more successful they will be in their own lives and keeping their lives together and bringing up their children. The measures we have taken against the threats that aimed at our family structure are also consolidated, and with this 330 family support center number will be brought up to 616, and we will be giving the priority to the southeast and eastern regions of our country, and we will be allocating a resource of 1.2 billion. As you know, the cross-border operations conducted by the Turkish armed forces was slandered by the chairperson of the Union of Physicians. And the jurisdiction activities have been initiated, and if necessary, with legislative regulations, we will make sure that this name is replaced. Using the language of terror groups, such a figure's name who despicably insulted his country and his nation can never be associated with such a union. The interrogations outcomes conducted by Ankara public prosecutor's office will show us the necessary steps to be taken about this very person and the union itself. Starting with the Union of Physicians, we also have given instructions to the ministry for the renewal of regulations as regards professional unions and organizations. Clearing these organizations from terrorist figures, we are determined to make sure that such structures work for the good of the nation. With those thoughts in mind, I once again would like to share my love and respect with each and every one of you. Thank you very much. Stay in health.